New Zealand cricket history, and we expect a crowd of around about 6,000 or 7,000 today. Well, the pitch looks to be a very good one. The groundsman here is Wes Armstrong, who has a very good reputation for producing pitches of high quality. Let's get a good close-up look at it now, though, as we go out to the middle and join our men there, John Morrison and Peter Sharp.
Let's have a look at it. No greenness at all to speak of, so no sideways movement, good flat surface and reasonably firm.
Yeah, but there's quite a bit of grass there. The grass, as you say, isn't got any life in it. There's no real green freshness there. But there is some grass which should, I think, encourage the pace of the ball, the carry of the ball.
Yeah. I think there'll be some quite good carry on this. We haven't seen too many wickets that carry that well, apart from Lancaster Park. And I think this is one of the better ones I've seen at the Basin in recent times.
Now, this is the downwind end. This is the end at the southern end of the pitch. And so that the bowlers bowling from that end should get a fair bit of pace, shouldn't they? Alan Donald particularly.
Nice little northerly coming from behind you. He's pretty quick at the best of times.
Now, how are the guys going up into the track going to have to go?
Well, that always puts players to the test who come to Wellington and talking about bowling into the wind. It's a new dimension here. But I think that might favour the South Africans a little bit. They're probably stronger characters in terms of that.
They're very strong. I know that they're a little bit uneasy about the nature of the pitch, particularly after their difficult experience up at Eden Park. But one of the things that, of course, the Sri Lankans have is that they have played here before and they've played into a howling northerly.
Well, yes, I don't know whether that helps you or not, but it's difficult for the South Africans because it's new territory for them. And I know they are a little concerned. They want more pace. I think they'll get a little more out of it.
Well, Wes Armstrong this morning said that he was happy with the way the pitch had come up. It looks as if it's going to be a fast one. It looks as if it's by Eden Park standards anyway, and certainly by the Basin standards. And it looks as if it should be even throughout for both of them.
So it looks a pitch upon which one would bat if the captain won the toss. Here are the two captains, Aravinda de Silva and Kepler Vessels, out in the middle with Grant Nisbet.
A concrete 3 weeks dry for postal path. It's easy to pay. And once it's set to stay.
Aravinda, you won the toss. What have you decided to do?
Have a ball, yeah.
Any particular reason for that?
I thought if at all the wicket will do something, it will do in the morning, and I think we would prefer to chase on this ground.
Okay, you knew personally you would have fond memories of this ground, I bet.
That was 1 year back, long years back, really.
Okay, good luck with that for the match.
Thanks very much.
Kepler Vessels, you're batting first. Happy with that?
I was going to bowl first, probably for the same reason that Aravinda was, because Sri Lanka, they're an unknown quantity for us, and we would have liked to try and restrict them and then, chase from there, but so be it.
Okay, now this pitch, does it look a little quicker than Eden Park, you think?
Well, it's difficult to say, but it does look a little bit, and we have to make the best of it.
Okay, and you made a couple of changes for this match.
We made a couple of changes, plus a couple of tactical switches, so hopefully that'll work.
Okay, all the best.
Oh, thanks.
So let's confirm the teams for you. Sri Lanka to open with Mahanama and Hatarasinga. Gurusingha comes in at number 3. Then it's Aravinda de Silva, the captain. Ranatunga at 5. Jayasuriya at 6. Tilakaratne's the wicketkeeper to bat at number 7. Kalpajay, the off-spinners at number 8. Then Champaka Ramanayaka, along with the spinner and Nurasiri at number 10. And Pramoja Wickramasinghe to complete their playing 11. Sri Lanka just having 12 fit players in the party at the moment. The South African team has Rushmere, we understand, to go in first with Kepler Vessels. Peter Kirsten to bat at 3. Then Cronje, Caper, Rhodes, McMillan, Richardson, Snell, Omar Henry coming into this match to replace Tertius Bosch from the game against New Zealand, and Alan Donald to complete the 11 for South Africa today. So it was a case of Aravinda de Silva, the Sri Lankan captain, winning the toss and putting South Africa into bat. Kepler Vessels going in first. In fact, he took an Adrian Capel with him to open the batting. Let's go to the action now with South Africa batting first at the Basin Reserve.
Ramanayaka coming in to bowl the first delivery. And there's a run. Looking for 2, but deciding against it.
Well, it's always nice to get underway first ball of the match, isn't it? And Vessels had no trouble at all tucking that one off his legs. Old Champaka Ramanayaka, he's not really a speedster. He's a gentle, fast medium.
And here's all poor fielding in the gully. Caper's going to pick up 1. He's coming back for 2. He might have to hurry, but not a very powerful throw. Caper trying to catch up with that one. A loud appeal, and umpire Steve Woodward. He moves his counter, but not his finger. I think that was...
Very difficult to move a counter without moving your finger, but in fact...
No, he does it with his thumb, Henry. Hitting the pad. And confusion here amongst the South Africans. Oh,
Had he
that
hit
had
then,
hit.
he would have been out.
And really, that was a poor run. The communication was bad. They didn't seem to know what was going on.
What they didn't seem to realise was that Anya Asiri throws with his left hand. That was the great mistake there. They hadn't worked that out. They thought he was a right-hander, in which case it was as safe as a house. But
Oh, it's dodgy business.
It's a good shot, a lovely shot from Caper. Down the ground for the first 4 of the day.
Well, as we're going to see here, this ball was one of the few that they've over-tossed this morning, and Caper was able to get on the front foot, and no one straight, and only had to beat the bowler there on his follow-through, and it was going to be 4 runs.
Gee, that stump vision shot was a beauty, wasn't it? Magnificent stroke. Great camera. And over the top again, through mid-wicket. And another boundary, once more. Wickramasinghe over-tossing. Remember, he's bowling up into the wind, but over-tossing 2 balls in a row, 2 fours to Caper.
As we're going to see here again. 2 full, middle of the leg, no one out. Only had to clear that inner ring, and it was 4 runs.
It's a good shot through extra cover for 4. That's a lovely shot. Over-tossing again, Wickramasinghe. And Caper, who's already shown a liking for the drive, smashed the ball over extra cover.
Yes, we're seeing here once again wide and just 2 full. Actually hit that on the up. He hit it very well.
To lift it over the onside field is clean bowled, and Ranatunga has the first wicket of the day. Frustration from Caper, out for 18. It's 27 for 1 in the 14th.
Well, you're right about frustration, Grant. He had to get on with it, and obviously Ranatunga is the one to try and dong and get away. He missed a little bit of turn there. He's been out there for a long time, out for 18, bowled Ranatunga. Well done, Sri Lanka.
Kirsten chases it across pace, delightfully through the covers. And it's just stopped, is it? No, it's a boundary. A lovely shot from Kirsten, so that's his first 4 of the day.
Well, I'm not so sure that Aravinda De Silva can afford having Gurusinghe bowling with his record, but this Kirsten, I mean, he just delayed the shot and just rolled his wrist over and just reached for it and timed that beautifully.
Down the wicket, and he thumps it high, wide and handsome. That's a fine shot. It's 6 runs. Well, what a lovely straight hit from Peter Kirsten.
there was nothing wrong with that. It was a marvellous stroke. My goodness me, he's a good player, this chap. He's powerful, he's strong. He may not be the most elegant of players. Short men seldom are, but he hit it. Gosh, he hit that like a kicking horse.
Gurusinghe around the wicket to Wessels, and here comes the Sri Lankan 50. It's 1 down to 3rd man. The South African 50. South Africa batting first after being sent in by Aravinda De Silva.
Gurusinghe's a little bit loose, but a lovely shot from Kirsten there, angling the ball down to a fairly fine 3rd man. It's a lovely shot from Wessels. The chase for Ranatunga, who loses his hat just before the ball is picked up, so Hatters loses his hat. Over tossing, but Jaya Syria again. Beautiful fielding. Doesn't he attack the ball, Bob? Kirsten pulling Gurusinghe behind square. Ranatunga should cut it off. Marvellous fielding. Kirsten playing high, wide and handsome. Through mid-wicket. That's 4. That's a good shot. A good piece of aggression from Peter Kirsten.
Wessels, he gets it away on the leg side. I thought for a moment he was going to get his first 4 there, but he won't. He'll get 2. So that's a 50 partnership between Kepler Wessels and Peter Kirsten. And it takes South Africa now to 79 for 1. Crashes this one through the covers. That's a beautiful shot by Kirsten. That's 4 runs. Marvellous shot by Peter Kirsten. End of the 30th over, 87 for 1. Kirsten tries to go over the top. He's not going to get caught. In fact, he'll get a couple of runs. Well, one of the ironies of cricket, if he'd hit it properly, he would have been caught. He may have only got 1 run. But because he made a mess of it, he got 2. There he goes. That's a
the one, isn't it?
shot. 4 runs. Dead straight. Kirsten goes to 37. It's 98 for 1 at the end of 32.
We were under instructions not to get him out.
Here's a single from Peter Kirsten, and that brings up the 100 for Sri Lanka. It's taken for South Africa. It's taken a little 33rd over to do it. So applause around the ground. And he hits that well, backward a point. It's a long chase around there. This should run away for 4. It has.
That was a good shot. It was almost a good length ball. Very risky. It was a good piece of improvisation.
In the air this time, he could be caught. He is caught.
It's a very long straight boundary, this. It was bound to happen, that, I felt. He got away with it once or twice earlier, and that is what Sri Lanka so badly want.
Yes, Peter Kirsten, frustration finally taking its toll. Kalpajay bowled well today. He's gone to hit him over long off. He hasn't got it all the way, and Hatrasinghe down there takes a very comfortable catch. So the end of Peter Kirsten, the second South African wicket has gone, 114 for 2. And he's gone this time. Kept the Vessel's gone. Heading it straight back to Ranatunga, who takes a good catch. So South Africa losing 2 quick wickets. Kept the Vessel's long and sometimes tedious innings has come to an end. And that's what happened. Ranatunga, good catch. Oh, swinging it away. Good shot by Rhodes. This is an excellent shot. He picks up Ranatunga and swings him away behind square. Real aggression.
That was a fine stroke, wasn't it? He hit it beautifully. A lovely shot.
A bit gentle, the delivery, angling down leg side, but Rhodes did everything right. And slower ball. Oh, what a catch!
That was a stunning catch. Jayasuriya, I mean, he hit that beautifully. What a brilliant catch. And if that doesn't go into the top of the classic catches, I'm a Dutchman.
A beauty, yes. Well, Rashmir crashing this one into the offside. Jayasuriya reasonably close to the bat, diving away to his left. Gentle little delivery, thumps it. And goodness me, what a catch.
Taken with both feet off the ground, absolutely stunning. Reminds me of Bob Cunis at his prime.
Bob would love that. So 128 for 4.
Oh, dropped. Jonty Rhodes getting a let off there, hit straight back to Anurasiri. Jonty Rhodes just chopping it down to backward square. They're coming back for the second. This could be close. He's home. The throw wasn't quite low and flat enough. Short. He's hit it in the air, but hit it safely. He's got 4 runs down to fine leg. Bad delivery and quickly picked up by Rhodes.
Yes, yeah, he drops it going down the leg side short, and Rhodes has been sweeping all the spinners and quite keen to do it. He picked exactly the right place. 4 runs.
Stumping, then it's successful. So Cronje just hitting across the line gives Don Anurasiri the wicket, his second, and a marvellous stumping from Hasham Tilakaratne ends the innings. Well, he overbalanced, didn't he? He was in, he had the foot in, and then as he overbalanced, the foot came out. So 149 for 5 in the 42nd over. Hansi Cronje outstumped Tilakaratne, bowled Anurasiri for 3. And Goes again, and he's caught brilliantly.
What a catch.
A magnificent catch again from little Jayasuriya. My word, that gives the Sri Lankans an enormous amount of heart. Rhodes is out, the key man's gone. 153 for 6. Rhodes out for 28.
Yes, we're going to see here in the replay, he just didn't quite get to the pitch of that one, but what a catch, Peter. Look at that, one-handed. It's incredible, isn't it? So when things are going your way and you're running hot, everything just comes together, doesn't it?
Well, that'll go all the way to the boundary. So that's a big help for the South African cause. The 43rd over's come to an end. It's 158 for 6. Played exceedingly well. And that catch, look at the size of McMillan, who is large, has Don Anurasiri, who is small. Down the ground he goes, Richard Snell. That's in the gap. That's a lovely shot for his first boundary of the day. Well, he played pretty well at Eden Park, and he looks as if he can play very well indeed. Don Anurasiri looking to control him.
We're seeing here he was just a bit wide there, but he gave himself room and he picked the gap beautifully, didn't he?
Anurasiri has the last laugh with Snell going back to give himself some room, and the ball just slips past, and he's out for 9, and South Africa are 165 for 7 now.
Oh, mix up here, and yes, what a throw. Marvellous throw from side on. They have been brilliant in the field today, the Sri Lankans. And Mahanama has thrown the stumps down, and Richardson's out.
Well, there's nothing worse than being run out without facing a ball, and that's exactly what's happened to Richardson. But Mahanama, well, this just typifies the Sri Lankan fielding today. Absolutely outstanding.
Well, I hate it when that happens. Run out without facing a ball. Richardson out for nothing. 165 for 8 in the 45th. Push and run, shot at the stumps, and McMillan gets home, and there'll be another run, an overthrow.
Well, it's all action, isn't it? And it has to be at this stage of the innings. Just a little bit of chaos there.
Over the top goes Omar Henry. That's a very good shot indeed. 4 runs. He got plenty of bat on that. And a solid blow by the number 10 batsman. Takes it to 180 for 8 after 47.
Ramanayaka, the 49th over. Omar Henry high in the air. He could be caught. He is caught. Down at long off. So Omar Henry's brief innings comes to an end. Kalpage, the catch, takes it well, pretty comfortable. And Omar Henry is out. Last ball of the South African innings. Oh, good ball, and they're going for a run. Oh, he's fired at the stumps. There could be another run. Donald's in trouble. He's got a long way to come back. Is he home? No, he's not. He's run out. He's given out. He's not happy about it, but the finger's up. He leaves it. He leaves Alan Donald in no doubt, does umpire Woodward. So the South African innings has ended with a run out. Sri Lanka have done very well, and all 10 wickets have gone. 195. Here it is, the throw. Alan Donald overran at the bowler's end, so he had a long way to come back. Well, umpire Woodward says out, but it was touch and go. But what a good display in the field. Jayasuriya, the star, 2 fine catches in the field, but all round a fine performance by the Sri Lankans.
here's the first ball of the innings. McMillan to Manama. And runs from the first ball. Oh, it's going to be out. No! Can't quite get high enough, Kepler Vessels. And a bit of luck for Sri Lanka. Now they're riding their luck today. Oh, it was a no ball too. No ball because it was too high. Singer is caught by Vessels. So the first wicket's been taken. At last, Donald's got one on line. And Singer is out. The first Sri Lankan is out. Singer caught by Vessels. Bowled Donald for 5. It's 11 for no wicket. 11 for 1.
Yes, we'll see here that stayed on the crease line. Look, and just followed it, didn't he? Neither back nor forward. Orthodox catch the first slip, even though it was going down. But certainly the breakthrough that South Africa would have been looking for after such an unusual start with so many wides and no balls being bowled.
So bad luck for Sri Lanka. Chandika Singer is out. Caught Vessels, bowled Donald 5. And in the second over, Sri Lanka are 11 for 1. Oh, that's a better ball. And just bouncing short of Richardson. Donald was pretty interested in that. Do you think there was a nick there?
No, I think it might have come off the shoulder here. If we look at the replay, we'll see that, yeah, just above the forearm there. That's why there was no carry on it. The body slowed it down.
He's gone this time. Donald's captured the second wicket. So it's 2 down for South Africa. Sri Lanka have lost 2. Donald's got them both. With Gurasinger, LBW to Donald for naught. It's 12 for 2 now.
Yes, we're going to see here, Peter, that Gurasinger was guilty of not getting forward on here. Still shuffling around the crease line. Ball pitched in line. Hit him just below the knee roll. Came forward after the ball struck him, but he actually played that ball right on the crease line.
Gurasinger out for naught. LBW to Donald. It's 12 for 2 in the fourth over.
Driving, lovely shot through the covers. Rhodes gives that one up, races away. Well played, De Silva.
Lovely. Yes, he just opened the face a little bit, didn't he? But hit it very sweetly indeed. Oh, he's got that. No fine leg.
Beautifully played by Mahanaman.
Very dangerous not to have a fine leg in. He's got a man back deep behind square. Oh, that's well played. 4 more. That's 4, yes. He just dabbed that down and got a thin edge, really, but well played and controlled.
Yorked by Donald, a lovely delivery. That is a big blow. Bowled for 7, 35 for the loss of 3.
Well, this is one of the inconsistencies and uncertainties of cricket, really. A wide the ball before, that one a swinging inducker, a Yorker. Aravinda beaten for pace. Huge wicket. Is Donald delighted or what? So that gives South Africa a huge advantage now, and they're right back into this match.
Aravinda goes for 7 in the 10th over, 35 for 3. LBW appeal turned down by Steve Woodward. I had the feeling that Donald joined in a bit later there. Oh, he's got 4 runs. Mahanama didn't look like a controlled stroke, but it's gone away down there. No one standing in at about second slip to catch it.
There's a single taken, and that brings up the Sri Lankan 50. We're in the 15th over, and they've moved to 50 for 3.
Oh, bad ball, but it's in the air. Could be caught. No, just dropped short. Well, that's a bit lucky. Snell down there running a long way from backwards square. Hit it very high, Tilakaratne, but with no carry on it. That's a bit nasty, isn't it?
Poor old Tillers is hit in the midders.
Yes.
Rather painfully.
And that coming around the wicket, it really honed in on the spot, didn't it? Oh, dear.
Ooh.
Some of these
Yes,
plastic ones these days, they just don't stand up to it. Omar Henry to continue from the southern end of the basin to Mahanama. Oh, short, and he pays the penalty this time. Clipped away behind point. Good shot, 4 runs.
Yes, Omar Henry not settling into any sort of a length. That was short outside the off stump. There's no one back there on the boundary sweeping, and it was a gift.
Look at the worms there. Really, Sri Lanka's just ahead.
It's a big shot. It's going to be in open spaces, is it? No, he's going to be caught. Well caught by Rushmere out there. And he had to look to see where the boundary was. Delightful, the South African supporters. And Tilakaratne's innings is ended. Caught Rushmere, bowled Henry, giving Henry his first wicket. Tilakaratne out for 17. It's 87 for 4.
Yes, well, the idea was right. That ball was up there. It was in the slot to hit there. He got a lot of bat on it, but it's a long boundary out there. It was a very well-judged catch. Look, becoming aware of where the line was. That was a wicket that South Africa really needed.
That's a big shot. That's going to be caught, is it? No, it's going just clear of Donald. He won't drag it in. That's what Sri Lanka need, a little bit of aggression and a bit of luck. So Mahanama gets the single that he needs for his 50, and now he's got 3 50s in the World Cup and his 12th 50 for Sri Lanka in one-day internationals. He is 50. Sri Lanka are 106 for 4.
Oh, lovely shot.
I say that was a
brilliant shot behind point, crashing it away. And with the additional pace of Donald, that just raced across the basin reserve.
A shot from Ranatunga could run away before it has. That was a lovely shot from Ranatunga. And he really has changed the course of this game since he's been here. 30 not out now.
It's a good shot, but Donald's down there. The bounce is favourable, and that's the 150 for Sri Lanka. They're 150 for 4. It's the 42nd over. Oh, that's a big shot from Ranatunga once more. It races down to third man. It seems that the faster these guys bowl, the further Ranatunga wants to hit them. Mahanama's caught at the wicket. Richardson's got in, and Mahanama once too often plays a little dabble. This time he gets an edge, and Mahanama is out, caught by Richardson, bowled McMillan for 68. Sri Lanka a 154 for 5, and that might make a big difference.
Here we're going to see it here. It was just an orthodox ball, actually fairly wide too. Tried to run it down through the vacant slip position. I think the ball to me just seemed a little quicker, Peter, and hurried on to him. He nipped it and the keeper did the rest. But a breakthrough for South Africa. They're certainly happy with it.
It's 154 for 5. And it's in the 43rd over. Well, there's more than a single because that's been hit very well down behind square. That's going for 4. Well played, Arjuna Ranatunga.
This is getting back to we're saying this is a bad line, isn't it? It's not the line to be bowling when you haven't got the men out there fielding there.
Well, that was not just on leg stump. That was a long way outside leg stump. In fact, Ranatunga did pretty well to catch up with it. So Wessels is not happy at the moment with the direction of Adrian Capert. 162 for 5. Here's Kirsten. Ranatunga sweeps fine, gets it. It's going to be a big chase for Omar Henry. So he's pulled McMillan out at this stage. He's saving, I'm sure, McMillan to bowl the last 2 from the southern end. So really, it's really well set up. Kirsten bowling and Ranatunga, who's batted splendidly. They'll have to hurry. Oh, they'll get him overthrown too. Fortune favours the brave. Richard Snell was quite reasonable in having a go, because if he'd hit, it was out. But it was a bit difficult to back up. So a bit of luck for Sri Lanka, and they need it. 167 for 5. Oh, might be outstopped. He is. He's gone. A lovely piece of work from Richardson. And the 6th wicket has fallen for Sri Lanka, with Jayasuriya not able to keep his balance and keep in the crease. And he's been stumped by Richardson marvellously from the bowling of Kirsten for 3. Sri Lanka are 168 for 6 now.
Looking at this, I just wondered what he was trying to do. The ball was full enough to get down and drive, and he's trying to play some shot round the corner. But it was certainly smart work by the keeper.
So we're in the 45th over, 168 for 6 Sri Lanka, with Jayasuriya leaving. Stump Richardson, bowl Kirsten 3.
That's more like it from Ranatunga. He'll look for a second run here. Donald's got a very strong throw, and they ran it well.
Actually, Ranatunga was back very quickly. I gather, I haven't seen them race, but he's one of the quickest in the Sri Lankan side. The appearances wouldn't really lead you to believe that, would
they? No, a bit deceiving, but he ran well here.
Yes, just dabbing it away. He's played that shot very well today behind point, coming back for the second, and look at him go. Quite comfortable in the end.
Another single here for Ranatunga. So Sri Lanka having trouble getting the ball to the fence here. They're picking them up in ones.
Yes, Ranatunga's the man, the key man, and there's his 50. He's brought his 50 up with that single. It's his 20th one-day 50, and what a marvellous innings. It really has pulled things around for Sri Lanka. Whether it'll win the game, we'll find out in the next 3 and a bit overs.
Oh,
wide called. Umpire Steve Woodward, the man from Wellington, or Lower Hutt, I should say. He leaves the scorer in no doubt. Alan Donald, he doesn't seem impressed, but it's in the book.
Goes after it. Oh, that's going to be 4 runs. It's gone down through the gully region, and that is a vital blow for Sri Lanka, hit by Ranatunga.
Well, it certainly is. That went very fine. And third man, I don't think he even saw it. He certainly didn't move if he did see it. And it just raced away.
Well, this last over could take a wee while. I think Kepler Wessels and Alan Donald will be very meticulous about exactly where all the fieldsmen are. And Donald's going to work out where he's going to bowl.
The other interesting thing is if we get a tie, and there's a tie is a tie. There's a point each. We don't worry about countbacks of who did what earlier in the game.
Okay, here we go. The start of the 50th over. Nothing coming out. It's going to be a run out, surely. There is a run out. Kalpajay gets run out. And that is the tension creeping through, and South Africa have another wicket.
Well, panic. Kalpajay looking for a single. It just went through to the keeper. Ranatunga said, no, I'm not having anything to do with that. In fact, he sent him back very wisely, turned his back on him. That's always a good way of getting rid of them. And bingo, he's out.
So Kalpajay comes back, and he's gone for 5, 189 for 7, so still 7 runs left. Only 5 balls to be bowled now.
Well, it's coming down to Ranatunga more and more, isn't it? Because he's going to have to hit a boundary soon. Can't really afford to let the new man on strike with Donald, the bowler. And that's tough going for Ranatunga, but maybe he's equal to the occasion. Who knows? We're going to find out in a moment or so.
Alan Donald signalling to his man way down at third man. 5 balls left. 7 runs required. Ranatunga He's lifted it away nicely to the wide open spaces. It should be 4 runs, and it will be 4 runs.
Oh, well played, Ranatunga. Marvellous shot. He picks that one up and hits it to the vacant mid-wicket boundary. There's no one within Kiwi. The nearest man is behind square, and he played that very well indeed. Super shot. Oh, what does he do now, Kepler Wessels?
Donald to Ranatunga. He's got a hit, and he doesn't hit.
Well, the only thing is that Ranatunga's off the strike. And how will Ramanayaka cope with Donald?
He went out to the fieldsman. He had to throw the stumps down.
So 3 balls remain, 2 runs. And Kepler Wessels, he's marshalling the troops. What does he do? Does he bring men in? Does he keep defending the boundary? Interesting.
Got to bring them in, doesn't he, I think, with a new batsman?
Well, yeah, I don't know that he needs the deep men down it. But let's have a look at that throw before we go into that.
Didn't miss by much. Donald to Ramanayaka. Oh, a full toss, what a good ball. He couldn't get it away.
Straight full toss, very difficult. Of course, it's his first ball. A speedster like Donald, very straight, and that's the key. It's not so much the length in terms of the... But that was well bowled.
2 from 2. Marvellous game of cricket here at the Basin Reserve. Donald against Ramanayaka. He's getting away. That's the win for Sri Lanka. Ramanayaka comes back for the 2nd run. And in fact, it goes over the boundary. And off the 2nd last ball of the day, Sri Lanka have won it. And boy, are they happy.
Oh, well done, Sri Lanka. All credit to them. They bowled very well this morning. They restricted South Africa. And they came out, they made heavy weather in the early stages of their innings, but Ranatunga turned it round, and in the end, Sri Lanka got through in a real nail-biter here at the Basin Reserve. Thrilling stuff.
A marvellous effort by Sri Lanka, winning the match with the 2nd to last ball of the 50th and final over, 198 for 7, and a man of the match performance there from Arjuna Ranatunga, 64 not out. The winning runs hit by Champaka Ramanayaka coming in at number 9. A win to Sri Lanka over South Africa by 3 wickets. Looking at the South African bowling, well, Alan Donald made those early breakthroughs, but in the end couldn't come back and take any more wickets in his 2nd and 3rd spell. He got 3 wickets though, a wicket each for McMillan, also for Omar Henry, the spin bowler, and 1 for Peter Kirsten. And it's time now to make the presentation to the winning captain. And James Cowan from the Benson and Hedges Company is here to make the presentation to Aravinda De Silva. James.
Aravinda, congratulations. It must have been a very emotional win for you and your team. Congratulations. There's the cheque for $3,000.
Thanks very much. It's been a great victory. We knew as long as Arjuna was there, we always had a chance. And I think the bowlers did a wonderful job to keep them down to 196 after putting them in. And the 2 spinners bowled very well.
Did you have any doubts that it would perhaps go the other way in the last over or 2?
Yes, but as long as Arjuna was there, we always thought there was a chance. That was the only possibility we had. So, thank God he was around.
All right, James Cowan, thank you very much for making the presentation. Aravinda, I wonder, in the context of the history of the one-day game in Sri Lanka, how significant is this one? Is this one of the best victories that Sri Lanka's had?
One of the closest ones. I think we've had a few close ones like this before. But I think, I'm sure it's one of the great victories.
Did at any stage you doubt the ability of your team to score the runs this afternoon?
Actually, when we lost 3 wickets initially, we had a little bit of doubt. But as I said earlier, as long as Arjuna was there, one of the main batsmen were there, we always had a chance of getting through to the target.
What was the reason for batting Arjuna a little bit lower in the order than usual?
Actually, because they didn't get a very big score. It was only 196. And what we thought was if we didn't lose any more wickets, after I got out, I think we always had a chance. So we just want to stabilize the innings after losing 3 wickets.
All right, Aravinda, congratulations on a marvellous victory. Kepler Wessels, the captain of South Africa, has joined us as well. Well, Kepler, a marvellous game. I guess it must be heartbreaking for your team to be on the losing end of it in the end.
Yeah, it is. We're struggling to come to terms with the conditions. We didn't bat well. I got out at the wrong time, and it was a 220 wicket. We just really find it difficult to time the ball. And then the guys fought back very well. They tried very hard. But again, you know, we bowled too many wides, too many no balls. We ended up bowling, I think, 3 extra overs. So we're battling a bit to get used to the conditions. But from here on in, you know, we've got nothing to lose, so we'll just give it a full go.
Is it the pace of the wicket, the fact that they are so slow compared to what you've been used to that's getting you?
Yeah, there's no doubt. This wicket we found slower than the Auckland wicket.
Really?
Yeah, it was very, very slow. And, you know, we're just not used to that at all.
So you're a little bit disappointed the way things have gone for you now after what happened in Sydney first up?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, we started off on a tremendous high, and then 2 defeats like this isn't great. But as I say, we've got nothing to lose now, so we'll give it a full go.
Well, I think Lancaster Park will be a quicker wicket. You've got the West Indies down there, though.
True.
Kepler, we look forward to that game on Thursday. Congratulations to both of you for a marvellous spectacle here at the Basin Reserve today. It's been a great game. The Benson and Hedges Player of the Match award today was chosen by Mr. Bob Vance, the former chairman of the New Zealand Cricket Council, and after whom the R.A. Vance stand here at the Basin Reserve is named. He's a former Wellington player, and to make the presentation to Arjuna Ranatunga as the Player of the Match, once again, James Cowan from Benson and Hedges.
Juno, that was a fantastic knock of 64.
Thank you.
We wish you all the best with Australia in the next couple of days.
Thanks.
And hope your success continues.
Thank you very much. Arjuna, I'd just like to congratulate you as well. This is a ground where Sri Lanka has created a bit of history in the last couple of years after the big scores the team made last year. But when you went out to bat, things were just a little on the tight side for your team, weren't they?
Yeah, but I think Roshan and myself, we batted sensibly. I think we were not very keen to take a chance because we lost all our top order batting. And we spoke to each other and we said no chances, we'll bat till the 40th over. And I batted till the 50th over. That's the main reason, I think, to pull the victory.
Kepler Wessels has talked about his team having some trouble coming to terms with the conditions. Do you think the fact that Sri Lanka has played here, played in New Zealand, played in Wellington recently, gave you an advantage today?
Yes, I think the wickets, I think we got used to the wickets earlier. And we had 3 one-day games last summer. And I think that's helped us to do well in New Zealand.
You've played a lot of one-day cricket for Sri Lanka. How significant is this win? How big is this win in Sri Lankan one-day history?
I think this is one of the many, I think. Even the Zimbabwe game last week in, that's also in New Zealand, I think I batted fairly well and we had a very good game. Plus, I think this was a very close one till the last ball was bowled.
Right, well, you've got 5 points now from 4 games. You're halfway through your preliminary program. Do you give yourself a chance of making the semi-finals?
Yeah, I think we were very positive. I think even Aravind is, and the players are very keen to get into the semi-finals. That was our aim. So we will be working very hard to get into the semi-finals.
And it's Australia at Adelaide. Well, South Africa's beaten Australia. You've beaten South Africa. Are you favourites against Australia, eh? We'll see. All right, Arjuna Ranatunga, well batted today. Marvellous effort. So there it is from the Basin Reserve in Wellington. A great finish with Sri Lanka getting up in the last over, the second to last ball. Champaka Ramanayake hitting the winning runs off Alan Donald, and Sri Lanka getting home over South Africa by 3 wickets. For Sri Lanka now, it's a case of 2 wins and 1 no result for 5 points from 4 games. South Africa have played 3, won 1 and lost 2. That's it from the Basin Reserve in Wellington.